Hey guys, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome to my February TBR. So, this is like my third time trying to film this video, and I'm realizing that I'm getting very tired because I keep trying to explain books that I didn't love very much. And I'm trying to talk about what books are about, the books are about, because, you know, maybe you want to know. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to talk about what I thought of them and the rating I gave them, because I personally like to go into books blindly anyway. So I don't really want people telling me what the book's about. So, if you do want to know, you can find out. If not, I'm sorry, I will not be talking about that. But anyway, I cannot believe March is here, and I cannot believe February is over. Yes, it's the shortest month, but it's like, it was weird. It was a weird month. It felt long, but it felt short, but like a lot, I don't know. But I read a lot of books, so we're going to talk about them today. And I have 3 with me physically, and the rest are going to be pictures. So first I'm going to talk about 3 books that I read for a reading vlog. I did a library loans reading vlog. I'll link it down below for you guys. So the first one I read was Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. And I really liked this book. I liked the characters. I liked the writing style. This is a debut novel, and so now I'm excited if she does another one. I liked the plot, and I thought it was really interesting, and there was some good lessons and some things that were addressed in this book that I really liked. So, I really enjoyed this book. I liked the characters. I liked pretty much everything about it, and I feel like I flew through it and couldn't put it down at times. I don't think it left me feeling like a hangover, like a book hangover or anything, but it was definitely a really good one. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. And then I read Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. And I can't remember the author's name, I'm sorry. The illustrator, I cannot remember. But I really loved this book. It was really cute. It was very fun. Flew through it, of course. The characters were cute, the story was cute, and I really liked how it ended. That was cute. I loved that. So, yeah, I really liked that book. Would recommend to you people. And then final book I read for that vlog was Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake. I loved this book. I thought the plot was really interesting, and there are some trigger warnings for rape. That's what this book is kind of about. I think it was pretty good as far as how it was represented and how it was dealt with. But I have no idea. I'm not an expert. I'm not I don't know anything. Okay? Cool. So, I really like this book. I've read this author before, and I like her writing style. And it was a pretty fast read for me. And for the most part, I liked the characters. There were times when I didn't, and I was like, And there were also times where it was a little, like, slow for me. But for the most part, the pacing was good, and the characters were pretty good. So, I think I gave it 4 stars. And then I have 2 Colleen Hoover books, one that I didn't like as much and one that I loved. And both of them I have reading vlogs for, so I'll link them down below. The first one was Layla by Colleen Hoover. This was the one that I didn't like very much. And I thought this plot was only okay. It was a good idea, but it just could have been written better and developed better. The characters were also just not great. I thought they were meh. And the character whose point of view we're getting and whose thoughts we're getting, I didn't like him. Leeds? I didn't like him. So it was very hard for me to get into the book because I didn't want to know his thoughts. I didn't want anything to do with him. So that made it hard to read. There were times when I didn't really want to even read this book. But I read it, and I did like it at points. I thought some points were good and some were bad. So I gave it 3 stars. And I think the general consensus is that I don't like Colleen Hoover's thrillers. Because I also gave 3 stars to Verity, her other thriller. I just don't love her thrillers. The other Colleen Hoover that I read was Reminders of Him. This book I loved. I loved it so much. I have a book hangover and like a book breakup going on right now because I just finished it. It was so good. It left me shook and I wanted to cry, but I didn't cry. But I was like shaking. I was like, oh my gosh. There's a big family situation going on, a kind of self-realization thing going on because the main character just got out of prison. So she's like thinking about stuff, reflecting. There is relationship stuff like love interests. So it's a lot, and there's a lot to unpack in this book, but it was so good. Of course, you know, Colleen Hoover, so I loved the writing style. In this book, I loved the characters, and the little girl, Diem, like Carpe Diem, so cute. I loved her, and I like how it ended. I was kind of like, oh my gosh, there are pages that I'm like shook, like I'm left shook by. There's like, oh, her writing. So there's part where like there's a little poem. There's like 2 pages where she's like describing a situation that happened, and she's like, imagine this and imagine that and imagine. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. This is so good. So if you want to know what I'm talking about with spoilers, you know, go to my reading vlog because dang, you can tell I'm still like getting over it. I love this so much. I can't believe I didn't cry, but like I don't really cry, so. Next I'm going to talk about some other graphic novels that I read. So first I read Rumple, Buttercup by Matthew Gray Gubler. This is more of a children's picture book than a graphic novel, but it's 100 pages, and it was really cute. It was really fun. It had a good lesson, a life lesson in it, and a good message. And Matthew Gray Gubler, if you haven't heard of him, he's an actor and a director, and he was in Criminal Minds. That's where I really know him from, and I really like his acting and stuff, and his personality, which I thought was like kind of portrayed and seen very well through this book. So I really liked it. And then I also read Heartstopper volumes 3 and 4, which are the last 2 before the next ones will come out. So I really liked these ones. The 3rd one was really cute. I think this was one, I can't remember. It's all like blurred together in my mind, but they were both really cute. The art was still amazing. The characters were still amazing. In the 4th one though, there's eating disorders talk. So if that's a trigger warning for you, like that's a trigger and you don't like that, there is that in there, so I'm warning you. Still very cute and very good. And then the last 2 books I'm going to talk about are The Maidens by Alex Michaelides, which I did not like because I thought it was boring and I thought the characters were very characters. And there were some characters and some things that were insinuated and didn't even like matter. And then the ending was just like out of nowhere, and I didn't like it. So I gave it 2 stars. I think 2.5 maybe. I don't know. I didn't like it at all. I liked The Silent Patient way more. The only part I did like was the main character from The Silent Patient, his cameo. That's about it. That's the high point for me, and that was like 2 pages. So would not recommend that one, but I would recommend The Silent Patient if you haven't read that one. So now we can end on a good note. I read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I really liked this book. Okay, guys, I liked the amount of fantasy because it was light. It was in a real world setting. So that was perfect for me because that's what I like, and I'm still new to fantasy. So I wouldn't read a high fantasy right now. That would be too much. I wouldn't like that. I would probably DNF that right now. But I really liked that. And then I also liked the characters. I know Addie LaRue was like an unpopular one, but I really liked her actually. And I liked Henry. And I liked the little plot twists with him and the cute little stuff going on there. And I didn't think it was too long, which is surprising for me because I don't love long books, but I didn't think it was that long. There were definitely parts where it was a little slow, but I didn't mind it. I actually really liked it because I liked the writing style, so it didn't make it like harder to read. if that makes any sense. I gave it 4 stars or 4.5 stars. I loved this book. I was like kind of wowed by it. Like, wow. Like, now I want to read more fantasy, but I want to read more like those. So if you have recommendations of books that are like Addie LaRue, please leave them down below. That would be amazing. Yeah, that is my February wrap up. Let me know a book that you read in February and how you liked it or didn't like it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.